I think this is probably another one under the bracket of behaviour change, how to do things, which you know I love talking about because I feel it's so important and something that's not talked about enough. Because behaviour changes everything. If you're not going to change behaviours, you're not going to make lasting change, okay? So let's talk about goals. Now, when people tend to make goals, especially when they have weight loss goals, they always focus on outcomes. So I want to lose 20 pounds, I want to look ripped, I want to binge less. And these are great. You know, I'm not saying don't have these because I have them myself in all areas of my life and I think they are important. However, I also believe that behaviour goals are just as, if not more important, okay? Because the thing with outcome goals is you can't always control outcomes. Okay, so, you know, your job may get busy, your kid may get sick, you may get sick. You may have exams at school, your hormones get out of whack, you get ill, you travel a lot. You know, there's so many things that you can't control. And unfortunately, you can't always make your body do what you want it to do. You know, you just can't do it, okay? However, you can control what you do. And this is where behaviour comes in. And this is why behaviour goals are so good, because you can control your daily behaviours, okay? And the great thing also about behaviour goals is they give you something to track every single day. So for example, with your outcomes, or your weight loss, for example, your weight will not change every day. It may not change every week. It may not even change every month. That doesn't mean that you're not making progress. Sometimes you just can't see it for so many different reasons. However, when you have behaviour goals, you have something every single day that you can look at and say, I did this. Okay, and you can track it every day, and I think that gives you such power, and I think that's huge for a lot of people. I think they want to see that they're doing something every day. Okay, so let's just talk about a few ways of how you can change these outcomes into behaviours. So let's say you want to lose 10 pounds. Well, your behaviour could be that at all of your meals you start to eat until you're satisfied and not stuffed, because that means you eat less, and in turn you lose weight. Okay. Maybe you want to squat more weight. Well, then your behaviour would be to squat 3 times a week. Maybe you want to get more sleep. So you say, I want to try and sleep 8 hours a night. Well, then your behaviour is to create a calming pre-bed routine and implement it 30 minutes before you go to bed. And by the way, if that is one of your goals, I would highly recommend that. I've done videos about this before. It works wonders, okay? I can be a testimony to that. Maybe you want to lower your blood sugar. So maybe you start having fruit for dessert instead of sweets 3 or 4 times a week. And you can just see how these just change, and you focus on the behaviours and not the outcomes, okay? Now, both are trackable, as you can tell. However, I think the behaviour goals tend to be more effective because, like I say, it gives you something to track every single day. So, whereas before you were focused on the outcome and, stressing about the fact that the scale's not moved or your measurements haven't gone down or you can't see change in the mirror, you're forgetting about that. And every day you're ticking this box off and saying, I have done this. And I think, like I said before, this gives you so much power because at the end of every day you can say, hey, I can do this. I today said I was going to do this. I did it. I'm awesome. And that gives you so much confidence. It builds momentum as well, okay? So how do you do these? How do you develop these behaviour goals? Firstly, you need to write down an outcome that you want. Any outcome. Don't overthink it. Just pick the one thing that you want the most, okay? Secondly, write down some skills that you think you'll need to achieve this outcome. And as always, focus on the fundamentals. I always talk about this, just focus on the basics. You don't need anything more. It could be something simple, such as if you want to manage your time, you learn how to use a calendar. That's simple, okay? Next, related to each of these skills, write down a behaviour that you can do every single day. And again, be simple. It can be as simple as walking through the gym door or packing your gym bag the night before so it's ready for you in the morning. So simple, okay? And finally, and most importantly, you have to do this behaviour every single day, every single week, every single month for a long time, okay? Because as I've spoken before, consistency and patience is the key. If you do something consistently and you're patient, you will get the results you want. And that's the beauty of behaviours as well, because like I say, it takes that stress off. You're not worrying about the scale. You're not worrying about how you look. You're basically just focused on, right, I'm going to eat these foods. I'm going to do this amount of exercise. And if you do those consistently, the outcome will come, whether you focus on it or not, okay? So there's just a quick one for tonight, guys. I think behaviour goals are huge, and I think a lot of people would benefit from them. So give it a try and let me know what you think, okay? There's the video for tonight, guys. Hopefully you got some value from that. If you did, please feel free to like, comment and share, because I always appreciate it. And I shall have a great evening. And if you're in the UK, have a fantastic bank holiday weekend. And I shall see you on the next video. Thank you.